Thanks, Darsh. Danger. It's all going pretty well, isn't it? Body's right, kicking goals, back on the ground.
It's coming along slowly. Sort of uncovered a few things and connecting with teammates in a slightly different role. There's still a bit of rust to kick off, but it's getting there.
So what is it? Obviously, it's a new role. You would have played forward as a junior and everything else. And is it just that connection, knowing exactly you're wanting to isolate, you don't want to get in road of the other big forwards? Is that where you're trying to fit in?
Yeah, a little bit of that, sort of general play and stoppage. As a mid, you're used to seeing the game side on. As a forward, it's all ahead of you. So it's learning that craft again of being able to backpedal and give myself enough space and staying connected with our other forwards and playing my role within that. So there's a lot of RFI clips coming my way Monday morning, but I'm getting better.
And you would have known, we spoke to Andrew before about the midfield and how they were going up until half-time. You would have been sitting back there watching it thinking, just put me in there.
I was sort of licking my lips thinking just... So after half-time, it was nice to be thrown back in the mixer so back in the office where I feel comfortable and get a bit of hit a few bodies and start to get some confidence back in after the operation on my back. I need some sort of contested ball confidence again.
11 centre bounces all after half-time. Who's having that conversation? Is it you and Justin, you and you alone? How does it work?
Justin, Jay Carr, myself and the other mids. It's something we've been trialling a little bit and we'll look to use at different stages, but we want to back our mids in. But thought after half-time we were able to get a little bit of sort of a different look in there,
yep,
both around the ball and also on spread.
How do you view your game? So I think you had 21 and kicked 3. You should have kicked 5, by the way. Other players have that and everyone's saying, an unbelievable game and, best on ground and all that sort of stuff. How did you view what you did tonight?
It's sort of interesting when I'm looking at my role and then my body, and they're two different categories. I had 4 operations in between the 10 months that I was out, so that's my first step forward. I felt like I got off the ground and felt more confident in my body overhead and around the contest. So that was one. And then my role, I felt like I did a couple of things well. There's about 5 things straight away that I knew I did poorly. So, yeah, always things to work on.
Just on the body, what do you check now? Like post-match, you go, everything feels good where?
Joints, so knees, ankles and shoulders. They're my 3 big buckets to start with, and then range through my spine. Tomorrow I'll be okay. It's 2 days post. I'm finding that's when the most information comes to light.
So given all the injuries that you've had over the last 10 months, how have you looked like that? How do you look like that?
I think you get the right lighting and the right photog and timing, anyone can look like that, mate.
A lot of people edit in Photoshop to look like that. That's just how it is.
Well, I spent
Because Andrew Brayshaw before, he goes, mate, you should see his pipes. He comes in the midfield and everyone just looks at his pipes.
Are you a little bit, is it fair to say, are you a little bit heavier?
Yeah, slightly top heavy at the moment. I had shoulder reconstruction and then another one. So I spent a lot of time sort of building my body back up. I couldn't run for a while with my back. So and when I started to check my body post-game, this part is about refining and getting my body back to a position where it's match hardened and better suited to being able to play and run out 120 minutes.
How's the body now? I mean, is it you can train at a level that you always did, or are you always just backing it off and maintaining, managing?
Yeah, it looks different, Haim. I always used to just want to turn up, train more than anyone else and how to prepare me better than anyone else. It's different now. I can't train as much as I used to be able to, so you have to be smart at the times you can get out there. And Phil Merriman, our S&C, has been really good at sort of giving me confidence that I only need to do a certain amount and I'll still be able to deliver game day. So I'm sort of learning that craft and working with him.
Great example of anyone that says the players are overpaid because of what you have to go through. So what you can look forward to when you get a bit older is having all of those joints replaced rather than reconstructed. So look forward to that.
Tell me about Bob Murphy. So there's been a lot of change in the last few years. It just feels a great club.
It's a good feel.
Pre-game, Justin so low-key, Bob and Simon and Matty Boyd and Josh Carr and Aaron Sandilander's doing special. Joel Corey's here. Feels like a terrific group.
Yeah, it is. You ask about Bob, he's sort of finding his place now. He brings sort of a unique, different energy. We've obviously got a great relationship, him and I, and he's starting to work with our leadership group and connect us with the coaches. And that synergy
I feel like he's your kind of guy.
He is. I like people that are a bit weird, tend to gravitate
Dream
to
catchers and incense.
Yeah, that's why you and I get on
exactly.
Well, but Joel Corey, Jamie Graham's come across. Some really good humans, good teachers, providing environment for our young players. really skilled, high-quality young players and people to get the most out of their careers.
Great to see you back on the ground. Great to have you fit. A much better team with you in it, better league with you in it.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Matt Fyfe, great to have him back. Let's get to his coach, Justin Longmuir.